Yo.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome to the trade recap for today. I took a break-even trade today on NQ, so I'll be going over it and talking about what happened and giving you guys some insight so you can improve your trading. Yeah, let's go into the replay. Start anew. Alrighty. Going into the day overall, we respected this gap, and I was thinking we're going back up, right? Um, what time is this at exactly? Okay, it just reset. Whatever. Um, but yeah, so I'll just redo this later. But this was the daily. I was thinking we want to come back up all-time highs because we respect this gap. We had some crazy movement during London and Asia session, so I was leaning towards more toward longs today, more than anything. And the 4-hour chart is absolutely horrendous. I did not like the look of it. Um, but we had Asia high right here, and there's really nothing else to look at. You had this rejection block right here that you could have taken into consideration if you wanted to. So, but 4-hour really didn't give anything too crazy. The 1 hour, kind of gotta do this again. The 1 hour, we were coming up onto this gap, tapping into it. More importantly, there's a BPR right here, right? So we can see rejections here. We also had standard deviation, which I marked out on the other time frames, but we're lying over the 2.5 zone. So you could receive rejections for shorts here. Um, Shorts were not a bad idea today, but with the price being at all-time highs, I just didn't want to see them. I wanted to see longs and, you know, didn't really try to go for anything else. We also had another 1 hour BPR right here that lined up with the 0.75 of this range. So I was just kind of looking for some sort of dip back into this area and then a push back up. The 30-minute, so all these teal gaps are just like 30-minute FVGs, anything like that. We had a 30-minute Devil's Mark right here, which was a nice target if we could have seen something like that. But I really wanted to target Asia highs here. So I was thinking maybe come down to this gap. Potentially even getting down here. That would be a lot of movement, but maybe take out this liquidity, tap into the 0.5 of RTH, and then see a retracement. There's a bunch of options you can do for today for longs, but you just had to wait for the right setup. And then the 15-minute, just some more gaps, some more liquidity marked out. Nothing really crazy. It didn't mark out the OTE of this range. The OTE lined up with this 15-minute gap, which I also liked. So let's get into it. It's 7 o'clock, so let's go an hour. 9. Just see a big, there it is. Okay, this is market open. We dumped like crazy. All this LLR down here, we are just running. I'm thinking, wait, we'll get down here at this rate. Um, we tap into the 0.75, also this 15-minute gap, they line up together. So I'm going down to the 1 minute, see if I can see anything. We get a little bit of rejection here, which is nice. I did mark this range out, tap back in, but there really wasn't any gap. The only way I would have taken this long if we got above this gap and inversed it. But we ended up not, and we ended up dumping some more. And we get into another gap right here, tapping into the 4-hour rejection block, also this liquidity sweep. We get a push up, mark that out, of course, and we completely disrespect it. So, looking like we're being very bearish today. Again, I was still very married to longs. I really just wanted to see longs happen. I thought that was going to be the play, but we get another little rejection off the C of the rejection block. Then we get this push down into the London low. I really like session lows. They usually provide the best type reactions, in my opinion, or session highs or whatever. But we get this nice range to form. We get a good, nice pullback into OTE, and we inverse this gap. I was waiting for the second gap to get inversed. which we got. Right here, I did take my long. Stop was down here, and we were targeting these equal highs, targeting the body of them. Break even was at this high right here. Okay, so this was the trade, and this is where I want to talk about this very important rule I love to follow. This break-even rule, Dodgy teaches it, but go break-even at the first internal high. So this is a great example of this trade, of how it played out. But so this was the first internal high. I decided to take break-even up here. Immediately just taking break-even. The rule of first internal high is going to save you more times than it doesn't. So we get a good push up here, right? I go break-even. And immediately we get taken out. Now, break-even count as a win in my book, but if we go over to here, we clearly see that this played out. I still preach by this rule that you should be taking break-even at the first internal high. It's going to save you more times than it doesn't. This could have very well been a losing trade if I didn't take a break-even. So I really preach this rule. I really like this rule. I think everyone should incorporate it into their trading. If you're trading something like IFVGs, if you're trading something else like bottom tick, top tick, you can be a little bit different with your break-evens, but yeah, love this rule. Highly recommend incorporating it if you don't already. It will save you time. It will save you more times than it doesn't. So, like today, we would have won, but you never know what could have happened as soon as we rejected off of this and seeing this price. So, overall, it wasn't the best day of trading. We definitely had some crazy movements over the past sessions. Like, look at this movement, man. Look at all this. Crazy moves. But London moved beautifully. Asia, not so much. A little bit like almost exactly like it now. Look at this. We dump big dump, and then we're seeing the retrace up. But that's in London. But yeah, overall that was the trade for the day. I hope you guys got something useful out of this. If you took a trade, if you took a dub, good on you. If you took a loss, learn from it. Make sure you're learning. Do your back testing. Watch your videos. 1% better every day. That's what we got to do here. Quickly go over what we got for news tomorrow. We got nothing. So Friday, always be careful trading Fridays. It's also the first of the month, so it's gonna be very, very weird. But just be careful tomorrow. These are my pictures. That was my trade. That was my break-even point. That was my out. Hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap, and I will see you all tomorrow.